Hello, students. Hope you all are fine. Today, we will read out a poem, The Sea, by James Reeves, and our today's lesson will be the first stanza of the poem. So, let us know about the poet at first. James Reeves was the pen name of John Morris, was born in the year 1909 and died in the year 1978. He was a British writer known for his poetry and contributions to children's literature. His published books include poetry and stories, both for adults and children. Now, see, here is the first stanza. The sea is a hungry dog, giant and grey. He rolls on the beach all day. With his clashing teeth and saggy jaws, hour upon hour he gnaws the rumbling, tumbling stones, and bones, bones, bones. The giant sea dog moans, licking his greasy paws. Now see the first three lines of this stanza. The sea is a hungry dog, giant and grey. He rolls on the beach all day. So here the poet has compared the sea to a hungry dog, and this is an example of a metaphor. Metaphor is a part of figures of speech. And when do we use metaphor? When we want to make a direct comparison between two dissimilar objects. One is living and other is non-living. And here you can see the sea is a non-living or an abstract idea which is a nature's creation, whereas the hungry dog is a living being. The sea is also giant and grey. So the sea is a huge in size and grey in color. Though you know that grey is not a pleasant color, which is an intermediate color between black and white, so we can say this is the sign of a something very ominous, not pleasant to us. And here G for giant and G for grey is both are consonants. And whenever you will find these types of words, the two consonants are playing side by side. So this is the example of alliteration. And alliteration is also the part of figures of speech. The poet has also personified the sea as human being. And so what does the sea do here? He rolls on the beach all day, just like a hungry dog. Now see the next four lines. With his clashing teeth and saggy jaws, hour upon hour he gnaws the rumbling, tumbling stones, and bones, bones, bones. So here, the sea with his clashing teeth and saggy jaws, just like a hungry dog, who also gets frantic when he doesn't get any food from anywhere. And the sea becomes hungry now, just like a hungry dog. So what he does? He chews, he bites the stones and makes it rumbling tumbling. That means the stones are vibrating by the erosion of the sea water or the tidal waves when it crashes on the stones and makes it vibrating. Okay? And the poet here used the words rumbling tumbling to create a rhythm in the poem. And the word bones, bones, bones has been repeatedly used here to give emphasis in the poem also. Now come to the last two lines of this stanza. The giant sea dog moans, licking his greasy paws. That means the tidal waves with the seashores, just like a hungry dog moans and licks his own paws and makes it crazy when he becomes hungry and wild. And the sea becomes hungry we can see here, just like a dog. So, throughout the stanza, we get an imagery or an idea that symbolizes to us that something is happening is eerie, which is not pleasant to us, and it is also very scary. Okay, so students, this is the explanation of the stanza, and we will learn about the other two stanzas in our next class. That's all for today. Thank you.